Hello. Welcome. Hello. I'm gonna say your name wrong, but Klacha? I'm sorry. So horrible with names. I hate how bad I am with names. But yes, it's time to get writing. I am back from a little mini hiatus for all kinds of reasons. Some of those reasons will be explained when I finish editing my goal video. Lots of things will be explained once that video is done being edited. Unless you read my newsletter, then a lot of that's also explained in there too. I have 3 or 4 words to finish my daily. Oh yeah, cool. That I'm reading. Hey, that's fine. That's fine. Are you doing NaNoWriMo? NaNoWriMo? Am I saying that right? Are you doing that? The thing that Kitty Ann is doing? Hold on, my camera looks weird. Is that better? That's better. Yes. I'm not. Oh, okay. I just thought maybe that's why you said word goal, but you can have a word goal anyways. But I'm just curious because I've seen a lot of people talking about it on videos already. And I'm seeing all the live streams that Kitty Ann has like set up with other people and with her and the troublemakers. So I was just curious. But yeah, we're not doing anything with that, but we're starting to write again. This is the first time I'm gonna like write in the year, so kind of excited. And I'll probably say this a couple times, but if you didn't see the post on the main channel or didn't fully understand, I'm no longer going to be streaming on the main channel unless I'm doing like an event with like World Wide Redcon, or no, it's not that anymore. What is it? Story Hearth? Yeah, with them or like somebody else. But this is going to be the main streaming channel for the sprints and games. So if you want to be notified of sprints, subscribe here to this channel so that you'll get notified, because I can't promise to always remember to put up a community post. I actually almost forgot. So let's start. Share the screen tab. Yes, this one. Don't show it yet. Good lord. Don't show them that I haven't picked anything yet. What do we want? What do we want? Let's do a coffee shop. Wait. No. Volume. The volume was on. All right. Let me change Twitch. The right category. Why didn't the title move over? What the hell? What the hell? Hold on. I gotta fix this really quick. And then we can do our first sprint. Fix the text. It's still set up for Pokemon. That's not right for right now. Oh, you can put writing sprints now as a tag on Twitch. The writing community has invaded Twitch. There you go. That's the proof. Alright. Those are set up. There's no one right there now. They usually come later. But let's do our first sprint. We're gonna do 15 minutes. Start to warm up, get up, or finish off whatever you're gonna start if you want. But I need to read where I last left off. So we're gonna do 15 minutes. Also, let me pick different music for. Oh, hold on. Alright, sorry, I'm back. Obviously, you could have, if you heard my ringtone, my mom called me. So, to clarify something that we're doing tomorrow. But I was gonna pick different music for the first stream. Let's do this one. Again, remember, I play the music. If you need a mute, that's completely understandable. Oh wait, no, this one for the countdown. All right, so 15-minute timer to get going. I have the right tab. Thank you. All right. So 1, 2, 3, and go. All right, all done. How did everybody do? If you want to share, remember, you don't have to share word counts here. We don't trust that. But if you want to share how you did, whatever it is that you did, you can go to share. 447, yay! What was your goal again? Let's see, let me look up. 3. Oh, so you met your goal, right? Even if you didn't, we still have time. I read pretty much the chapter. Yes, I passed it. Yay! Now you get to read. I actually ended up starting the chapter last time I opened this document and then stopped. So I pretty much read a page that was the beginning of this chapter, and then had to look up what my love interest's hair color was, because apparently I didn't write it down in my Bible, so I had to like control search for hair and see when did I mention their hair color. My daily goal is 680 words, and I did 757. Awesome. But I'm a day behind, so I have to catch up. That's fine. You're fine. You already surpassed your goal. That's still good. And you still have more words than you had yesterday, and that's always the most important part. Always the most important part. You got more words than you did last time, no matter how much they were. Let's see. Bring up my 20 list. Yeah, I can't believe I stopped here and didn't keep writing, because I'm like at this point where the main character is going to divulge to the love interest this like pivotal part of their relationship, sort of, without spoiling things. And I just like stopped right in the middle of his explanation to her, and I don't know how I did that. I probably thought I was gonna write, and then chaos happened in my life, and I just stopped writing. Let's see, what do we want to write to? We'll do a nice rainforest. I'll let the commercial run. I also have, because the Super Bowl is happening, even though my team just got kicked out, they're selling these at the Circle K. And it's so pretty. I mostly bought it because it was pretty. But I also like Zero. Pepsi Zero, Dr. Pepper Zero. Dr. Pepper Zero is the superior Zero soda. But you like Pepsi, yeah. So I figured I'd drink it on stream, and then I'll probably save them. The cup, unless my husband convinces me to throw it away, because he doesn't like clutter. Yeah, case is the same. It tasted slightly different because I just drank a Dr. Pepper Zero earlier. So like changing sodas, you can taste the like difference. I like Diet Zero anything. I will say that I don't know if it's something to do with like the syrup or some other fake things they throw in there. I think the Diet, the Zero, it tastes better than the Diet of all the products. I don't like Coke necessarily, but even from the Coke, I think Coke Zero tastes better than Diet Coke. Um, excuse me. But yeah, I think specifically Dr. Pepper Zero to like Diet Dr. Pepper, that Dr. Pepper Zero tastes much more like regular Dr. Pepper than Diet Dr. Pepper does to regular Dr. Pepper. Except root beer. Oh yeah. I don't know. I don't really drink root beer by itself. If I have root beer, I'm having it with ice cream. Like I'm making a float. So I can never really tell. I always get regular. I have gotten diet root beer. I've put diet root beer in with the like no sugar added vanilla ice cream to make like a root beer float or a root beer like frosty or like this one that's blended. I've made both. And I can't taste the difference, but I don't know if that's because of the ice cream or there's just not a different taste. And I also don't drink it regularly, so I don't have like a wide amount of testing. So I don't know. Let's see. I'm gonna pick. What am I doing? I'm doing a rainforest. Let's do. We'll do this. This music. Switch up the music. Every time I think I have my bot timer set up, it's wrong. Always wrong. The same thing has popped up many times. I'm so bad at just setting up the bot. I lost 50 pounds at college between September and December due to a lack of food budget. That makes sense. That that happens. In August, I weighed 165, and then due to my school meal plan, I went down to 150 by doing nothing. Yeah, if you're not eating enough nutrition, then yeah, your body's gonna start, eating itself. So that's not great. I knew, because I worked at the university bookstore while I was in high school, and I knew one of the girls that did the receptionist desk. She never, it was her freshman year, and she said she kept waiting to gain her like freshman 20 or whatever it's called, but she just wasn't. And we were talking about it, and we realized it's because she doesn't eat. And that was more of like she was just so busy, she just didn't have time to eat. Not exercising, just 4 months of not eating as much as I did the year before. Yeah, when you're restricted, that happens. That's why sometimes it's sad during the summer when kids that are depend so much on like school lunches, the free school lunches, and then as much as you want to break from school in the summer, you suddenly don't have food for 2 months or 2 and something months, depending on how long your summer break is. So 150 was my normal weight before I started working at a place that fed me huge lunch every day. Oh, okay. That's how I went up to 165. Manual label and high protein foods. That 15 was maybe 50% muscle mass my year. I'm male, 19, and 6'2". Oh, that's really for being 6'2", because you're bigger than my dad, smaller than my brother, or you're just a little bit smaller than my baby brother. So yeah, that's skinny for a guy that tall. Yeah, I'll just say try to take care of yourself best as you can. I know it's hard, but let's see. So are you gonna read now? And what are you going to read? I just wish foods were cheaper. Yeah, and the food that is cheap is not necessarily nutritious food, so you're not really gonna get anything from it, unfortunately. I'm eating half the amount I wish I could. Yeah. And at 19, as uh, having a male body, your physical body is still growing. Where like female physical bodies usually are finished growing at this time. So that's also a downside. I think my baby brother has still grown like a couple more inches, and he's 22 now, or he's going to be 22. So like he's slowing down, but he was definitely still growing. I'm going to read now A Little Life. Oh, okay. I don't think I've heard of that. Is it like a contemporary, or is it a fantasy or sci-fi? Or I guess I should say non-fiction. No, yeah, those are different things. Oh, there's no worry about me getting taller. I've been this height since I was 16. Oh, okay. You never know. You never know. You could have this like random growth spurt at like 20. I mean, I think the last time they had research, which could be old at this point because medical research goes so quickly. Medical science. I think male bodies stop growing like tall wise and like heavily somewhere in their like early 20s, but they stop before mid 20s, I believe is what it is. That or it's their brains, one of the two. I can't remember. It's been so long since I read any medical journal because that was like when I was in school. My copy is Little Life is a contemporary tragedy. Oh my. My copy is nearly 800 pages of a contemporary tragedy. Oh my god. Is this for school? Is it for school? not saying you can't read it if it's not for school, but I'm just like, that sounds like that's like a book you would read for like a class assignment. No, for pleasure. Oh, well, I love the title A Little Life too. That's fine. That's for sure fine. I've been obsessed with the idea of this book for a year, then I finally bought it. Hey, you enjoy it then. You enjoy it. That's a lot for contemporary tragedy, like page-wise. I don't think that would be my cup of tea. But hey, again, you enjoy it. Let's go ahead and do a 20-minute timer. Buttons. Can I hit the correct buttons? There we go. It's around... Oh, wow. I guess that makes sense. For that many words, for that many pages. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Alright, this one I will be playing the sound for the video because this one just has like rain sounds. That's it. So it's safe. I won't get copyright for it. Alright. Let's do 20 minutes. Get some work done. Whatever it is you're doing. Um, let's go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and go. all done. If you want to share, how did you get done? Or how did you get done? How did you do? Wow, words. I am in this middle of this discussion that I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel how I'm like presenting, describing everything. I just need to get it down. I need to not think too hard about it because then it won't get done. And I need this done before the summer. So yeah, I need to get this done, and then I can start having fun with like some spicy chapters after this. So this is like the whole like consent part sort of the book between the main characters. There's been a lot of consent so far, and I'm only like 43,000 words into this book. But for the actual love interest of the main character, this is a consent part, and I need to get this done. It's very important. But at the same time, I'm just, I don't know. I don't know if I'm phrasing everything well. That's what I'm worried about. Or if it's am I being too dramatic? I guess that's also what I'm worried about. I think we're gonna do this timer. Oh, we'll let the commercial run. I wrote 316. I didn't read. Oh, that's fine. Oh, I forget to put the banner up. I don't take the banner down. I'm so bad with banners. Hey, if you're feeling the need to write, you go ahead and write. That's important. What are you writing, by the way? How many sprints left? Where are we at? Probably we're gonna do 25 right now, and then we'll probably do another 20, and then either a 10 or a 15, depending on the talking in between. I usually end with like a 10 or a 15, depending on how much we talk. Romance erotica, destined to be an Amazon ebook bestseller. Hey, I'm writing what I hope to be a very spicy sci-fi romance. So I want it equal parts like Mexi time and equal parts sci-fi plot. So I'm trying. Right now I'm pretty much focusing on like the romance element, and then I'm gonna have to go back and add more sci-fi stuff in there. But hey, we're good. Nice erotica. I have ideas for that too. So I'm definitely into the world of smexy things, because you know I have to be careful because Daddy YouTube is getting stricter on their rules. So I have to be careful how I talk. Actually, Twitch is too, being that I'm dual streaming to both. Not that anyone's talking on Twitch, but I know there's people there. Twitch is also being really, I've heard that they're being picky. I just say picky. They're being, wanting more, of like a safe environment, which is fine. It's just hard for me to like think about it sometimes. Let's do this one. Switch up the music for the next sprint. And again, if anyone's joining on YouTube, or if you're on Twitch and you do watch YouTube, the YouTube streams sometimes, but you're on Twitch for whatever reason right now, the Uncut channel is the new streaming channel on YouTube, so subscribe to there to get updates. I'm not getting rid of the main channel. That one's just going to be long form videos. No more streaming on that. So, except for events. So, subscribe there. And then, you know, if you're on Twitch, feel free to follow if you aren't followed there, because it's free. Like subscribing. Subscribing's free. All it does is put me in your feed. And that's it. And I don't stream that much, so I won't clog it up that much. Alright, let's go ahead and start the 25-minute sprint. I'm officially caught up with my word goal. Yay! Awesome. That's great. Now if you want to keep writing, you can get ahead. Ahead is always great. I forgot to split the screen. There we go. I wrote 1073 instead of just 6. Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. Again, that's more words than yesterday, and that's what matters the most. You're getting the words down. That's what's important. All right, let's do 25 minutes of whatever we're doing. And 1, 2, 3, and go. All done. How did everyone do? I am still writing this chapter because I keep trying to think about how I'm trying to say things, but I'm almost done. I am almost done. We are coming to the conclusion of the chapter of what they think is going to solve the problem, even though it's not. It's just gonna like put a band-aid on it. I wrote and read. Oh, awesome. I wrote a little and then read maybe 5 pages. Oh, that's cool. Is the book exciting so far for you? Or you gotta read a little bit more? No? Oh. I'm only on page 35. I feel like that's a lot, but for how big the book is, not. I want to be like, oh yeah, that's a lot, but no. Where's my... there it is. Let's see, what should we write to? Go to a coffee shop. Let the commercial go. So, your erotica, is it like a contemporary erotica or is it a fantasy erotica? Where does it fall on the spectrum of erotica? I'm curious. Contemporary, 2023. Is it oh, there you go. You answered the next one. In Toronto. Okay. Oh, you're Canadian. Okay, okay. I read Toronto and then read the rest of your sentence. I read that out of order. That's cool. I feel like, which is great representation, but I feel like a lot of people are now like repping areas in Canada, or at least I'm hearing more about it. There could be books that were like Canadian inspired or written in Canada. I just never heard of them. But I feel like I'm hearing a lot more of them, which is cool. Excuse me. So contemporary erotica in Toronto. What are your do you have any specific tropes you're writing? Because I'm just curious now. To increase sales, it's from the perspective of an American girl in Canada. I mean, For Amazon, yeah, I could see that. But you could just be like, why not? Also, are you writing under a pen name? I'm curious. Being that you are male and you're writing erotica or romance, you know, I know that's not as popular for male names to be on those books. Not necessarily, and yes, always pen names. Yeah, pen names, yeah. I use pen names all the time. Yeah. Every book I've ever written. Like the same pen name or like different pen names? Because if you're using different pen names, wow, that's a lot. I don't think I could do that. That's a lot to manage. Two different ones. Okay, two is fine. I feel like I could do two. Because I've been debating about if I fully get into erotica, should I have a separate name from this one? Judy Finch, now retired. Oh, okay. And Mark Penton, currently not for this book though. Why did you retire Judy Finch? I'm just curious. Are there like problems with it, or you just didn't like it? Or were your book? I know some people like get rid of pen names because books aren't selling and they want to like restart fresh in you. She just wasn't vibing with me anymore. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. I also feel like a lot of times, specifically for like erotica, the more like sensational your name is, the more alluring it is, the better your sales are, because they just mesh together, which is kind of what I've been thinking about. So, I didn't want to write stories with her pen name, given she's supposed to be 60. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, but I get you. I get it. Stories featuring Oh, yeah, that would be questionable, especially if you're not gonna like come out and be like, I'm not actually a 60-year-old lady. But yeah, I could see that where that would be questionable. That could definitely be questionable. Is your erotica right now that you're writing? I wish there was. I heard someone else mention this in a booktube video that I was watching, where they wished that how like FF has sapphic, and sapphic can be kind of like a broad term. It doesn't necessarily have to be like lesbian is very, people tend to define that more as female and female, but sapphic could be like a female with someone that's female presenting, like a non-binary person that's female presenting. But male does not have a title like sapphic, and it's very difficult to like place the books, or like have a good way of like describing the books, I guess is what they were saying. And I was like, oh, I didn't really think about that. I didn't really think about that. No? Oh, okay. Oh yeah, you did say there was a girl. I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean anything, but yeah. No, you did say that. My brain just like forgot that because you said Yeah, my brain has now caught up to our whole conversation to put things together. Well, that's really interesting. I feel like all my books have commercials done, have had some kind of like trope attached to it, and that's how I like center the book. Because the book I wrote before this definitely had tropes that centered around the like core of the book. It was also in a total different genre. It was dark fantasy love story. It wasn't even a romance. It was a love story. So that was totally different than what I'm writing now and what I'm planning to write if this book gets picked up and I can make it a series. Let's start the next one. Put the banner up first. All right. Let's do 20 minutes. All right. And 1, 2, 3, and go. Alright, all done. I lost track of the timer. I forget that that one goes backwards and it throws me off. Also, I finished my chapter, started another one, straight into steamy scene. I wouldn't say spicy. Steamy scene. And I got fully into it. And nothing even has happened just yet. Another 5 pages. Awesome. That's awesome. Also, I had to run to the restroom, so I'm on a new medication, and it's definitely making me need to go to the bathroom more often. All right. So let's see, where are we at? We hit the 2-hour mark. I think we'll do 15 to round out our night. Because I want to write a little bit more. Let's see. Let's do. Oh, we'll do a calming one. We're gonna do this cute kitty one. So I'll have the sound on for this timer, and you can hear the kitty. Let me pick that's chill. I think this one is. No, this one. I read almost 1% of the book that sprint. Awesome. I'm a whopping 5% done at 40 pages. I mean, that's something. We'll do this one. Where are we at? Let me lower it too, so we can hear the kitty. Do you know that it's gonna, Is it an ebook or is it a physical book? I feel like if it's a physical book, the only way you could know that you're like that far is if you're keeping track on like Goodreads or Startgraph paperback. So are you figuring it out? Oh yeah, you are. Okay. Yeah, because I have I I have inconsistently, but I want to do it quarterly this year. Uh, I do writing, or not writing, reading, like book club kind of for uh, members on Ko-fi, and I have um, separate comments in the comment section for like 10 or not 10 25, 50, and like so on percentage where people can talk about once they get that far. uh, and I'm like, I know it's easier for audiobook and ebook readers, but for anyone reading it physically, however you want to judge it. But that way people can also, like, if they haven't gotten that far in a book, they won't be spoiled by people talking um, and putting like comments, so you know like not to look under there. I'm trying to read a book a month. That's good. Which is a big challenge for me considering I read 3 books, yeah, last year, and 2 of them were for school. Yep. The one I wanted to read, it only took me 3 days, but the ones I didn't took a few weeks. Yeah, always. Always. If it's for school and you don't enjoy it, it's going to take you a million years to read the book. But if you enjoy the book and it's for school, you'll read it. That's how I felt with the, what was it? The Scarlet Letter. I didn't like the beginning. It was really boring. And then somewhere in the middle, I got like totally into it. So even though it was still decently confusing, the version I feel like we were reading was not great, but yeah, that's always how that happens. And it's harder when it's like you have to read it for an assignment where you can't just like DNF it or like put it down for just a little bit and then come back, later. That's always how it happens. But hey, you're in school, so if you don't hit that read a book a month goal, then don't feel too bad on yourself because school is hard. I read very little and wrote nothing except medical papers when I was in school, or at least when I was in nursing school. When I was doing my like general stuff, I was still able to read to a certain extent, not very consistently, but I was able to read. I didn't write at all, or I wrote very little. But once I got into nursing school, that was it. I barely had time to sleep and spend like a little bit of time with my husband, who was my fiance at the time. So, yeah, school's hard. I should be able to hit my goal. Well, that's good then. I'm trying to film so it's a lot less demanding than anything medical rated. Oh, I'm taking film. There we go. Wow, I did not read that correctly. I'm taking film. I mean, yeah. Well, it depends. I mean, it can be challenging in like different ways. I don't know because again, I wasn't in that field. But yeah, medical stuff is it's hard, especially because you're learning like a whole new language. A lot of teachers said that, and I didn't fully understand it until I got a little bit deeper into the program and also just talking with other people because I do work at a hospital. Uh, it is you're learning like a whole other culture. You're learning a whole other language. It's a whole other thing to be in that world and be in that world like well. So yeah. Let's see. Wow, I don't have a link on this command. I need to recheck all my timers for my bot. Ugh. Alright, let's get to the next stream. Let me fix. Here we go. And we'll do that one. Last stream, or not stream, last sprint words. My book only has 812 pages, but the story graph says 832. Oh yeah, it counts like extra stuff. So all right, let's go. 15 minutes, round out the night. Let's see if I can get any spicy things going on. Not spicy. We're not going all the way, but yeah. All right, and 1, 2, 3, and go. All done. How did everybody do? 5 more pages, awesome. I got to and started makeout scene, so we got to the spices. Or I should say steamy, not spicy. I would define spicy as smexy time, and anything else is steamy. Unless you're doing like a basic makeout, then that can just be sweet. At least to me. That's what I define. I'm a slow reader. Me too, unless I'm listening to an audiobook. An audiobook, most often, I can consume decently quickly without having to like go back and like re-listen to something to like process it. But physically reading, because of my dyslexia, I am slower if I want to process it. I can easily read something I'm addicted to very quickly, but it won't like stay in my brain. It won't process. I usually have to like reread something. So that's why audiobooks are fun, because I've realized I definitely process way better in an audiobook than I do physically reading. So that's nice. But yeah, that's it for today. I don't do audiobooks well. I did not do audiobooks for the longest time because I did have my textbooks on audio as part of like my accommodations, and I didn't like listening to them even though it was helpful. But later, after I got out of school, I tried audiobooks because I felt like I didn't have time to physically read. But I could have had time like while driving and stuff, and I tried it with the library and I liked it. But again, audiobooks are not for everybody. Some people are just way too easily distracted, or it doesn't feel right. So all of it's valid. All of it's valid. I'd have to skip back so much. Yeah. And sometimes that happens. That's usually like when I know a book is not 100% catching my interest, or I'm tired, or I'm just not feeling it at the time. That's why I try to like bookmark a lot in an audiobook. That way, if I fall asleep or something, it's easier for me to go back and see where I like left off. So, because I've definitely fallen asleep while listening to an audiobook. So, excuse me. It's usually overly complex language. That's fair enough. It makes me have to re-listen over and over. Yeah, that's fair enough. I do know though, in the like romance booktube community, people really like listening to audiobook romances, and I'm like, I know why you like listening to that. I know. I get it. I get it. No shade, but I get it. Like, we can't watch anything else, but you can listen to a romance book. uh, though I will say, I feel like the romance world needs to have better clarifications on like heat levels, because I'm hoping the video will be out. It's gonna be out way late, but I read a bunch of Latin books for Hispanic Heritage Month, and a lot of them ended up being just romances, because that's what I tend to lean towards, because I'm not a horror fan, and there was one book. Actually, no, it wasn't during Hispanic Heritage Month. It was in July, I think. It was something like that. And the book said it was a romance, and the way like the blurb in the back of the book, or like just the summary, made it sound like it was going to be kind of sexy. Maybe not like the spiciest thing in the world, but like kind of sexy. And it wasn't. It was a sweet romance. It was like on the border from like romance to like women's fiction. And it was fine. I liked the book a lot. I just was disappointed because I felt like I was lied to on like the pitch. I was like, this needs clarification. So when I recorded my like review, which I think is out, I don't even remember, but when I recorded the review, I clarified in my review. I was like, this needs clarification that this is a sweet romance, not a spicy one. So I think there definitely needs to be better clarification when it comes to the romance books and genres, because I feel like people are just like, oh, it's a romance or it's erotica, and I'm like, no, 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 no. There needs to be different levels. Um, so yeah. Um, but while I get off my soapbox, that is it. Uh, yeah. Yeah. I don't think it'll show it on, does it? Nope, it doesn't. That's how it pops up in not Story, in StreamYard. But I have YouTube up so I can see your pictures. But that's so funny that like the emojis don't show up on Storygraph. Or not Storygraph. Why do I keep saying Storygraph? Because you mentioned it earlier. StreamYard. um, but yeah, that's it for now. I will be back uh, for writing sprints. Hold on. I feel like I'm 100% about to say a lie. Let me double check my calendar. Because I didn't have a schedule last month because of live. But yes, I was about to say a lie. So next week on Sunday, I need to sleep so I can wake up at 7 a.m. and go to my 12 p.m. class. Wow. Yeah. I remember those days. I will be back Sunday for more Storyteller sprints at 6 p.m. Arizona time. And if you just want to hang out, for anybody on Twitch, I will be streaming on Friday at this time, which is 9:15 for me when I started. A game. Don't know what game it is, but we're only going to have 2 streams. Unlike last week, we had 3. We're just going to have 2 because next week is Dad's treatment week, which means I have no time in the week to do anything. So, just 2. But yeah, so Friday's gaming stream, and that's only going to be on Twitch. And then Sunday will be the dual Storyteller sprints. But yeah, and if you, again, want to join on YouTube, whether you're watching this as a VOD or however, hit the subscribe button on the Uncut channel if you're already subscribed to the main channel, because I will not be streaming there. We'll be only streaming here. Here and on Twitch. Only places we're streaming. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. I hope everyone has a nice day, night, whatever it is for you. And I will see you guys when I see you. Bye.